Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we're on part 2 of the Vargouille. That thing. It's got wings, it's got tentacles, and I've got the beginnings of one here. The wings are not ideal. I'm not real happy with that, and it looks kind of like a, I don't know, maybe a crazy dreadlock monster more than it looks like a Vargouille at this point. But let's see what we can do with the paint job. So, inside their face is bright green. So I'm going to get a small brush and start with that. Actually, let's back up a second here. I'm getting a soft makeup brush to do some dry brushing. I'm going to get some white paint. Let's dry brush this dude and see what colors we can get out of it, or what any detail we can get out of this. So at this point, I'm thinking my biggest complaint is that the wings went on first and probably should not have. Otherwise, I'm not omega unhappy with the construction looking at it. I think if I had put those wings on afterwards, I would be happier. But otherwise, it's not bad. Okay. So, I'm going to get this green paint here. I'm going to get it pretty thick so it gives a decent coverage in there. I'm going to wash that brush off. I'm going to get my hot air gun, +2 hot air gun of burning, some magic item from the time before. And I know you guys love it when I use magic items. Oh, I'm having problems with my gun. There we go. Oh, still having problems with my gun. Hang on your hook, you idiot. There we go. All right, so I'm going to get a bigger brush to do the base coating of this guy. And I'm going to start with a dark brown mixed with a little bit of red. And then we'll go from there. Neat, I have something out. There we go. This had some black in it and some water. It's not completely dry. We'll use that. Mix some. This is called barn red. It's like a dark. Okay. I don't know if that's the brush I want to use. Let me grab something a little better for this kind of job. This is just a cheapy plastic bristle brush that I think we're going to get some decent coverage with. So I'm going to mix all that together. The black, the gray, and the brown, and the red. I don't think there was any gray. I'm going to give it a base coat. And I'm trying to miss the face for now to save me some work later. We might as well hit his flight stand with that while we're here. Okay, now to do his face, try to miss the green is the secret here. I'm going to hit some of it, but I don't want to hit all of it, because I'm going to go back and do it all again. It looks like ultimately I might have to come back and just do it all again no matter what, so I'm just going to get over that. Probably would have been wise to put a tombstone on this base too, to encapsulate the I hang out in graveyards vibe. Okay, let's move this, hot air gun this. And we're going to need that barn red again. some cardboard, and a soft brush. Any dry brush will do. I'm using Dollar Tree makeup brushes. That's my jam. Use what you want. And I don't want to wipe it all off. I just want to wipe some of it off. And I want to give this guy a decent coat of this dark barn red color. I'm not overly concerned about the underneath part, but I am hitting it quickly. Okay. All right, we're going to set that aside. We're going to hit them with the hot air gun. And I'm going to get a slightly lighter red, and I did not clean out my brush. And for the slightly lighter red, I'm just using this cardinal red. And I'm wiping a good bit off the brush, but not all of it. I'm going to hit this up, lighten this up a little bit. Then, I'm not even going to dry this before I go to the next one. I'm going to get this purple. This is Concord grape. And again, I'm not drying this off or anything. I don't want to hit that perfectly, okay? I'm going to hit it with a hot air gun. I'm going to get this lavender, which is really light. I did not clean my brush. I'm just going to get a tiny dab of that. And this is going to be like the big game changer on this. We're going to mix it in the same spot so it's not so light that it's unbearable. We're going to take most of that off. And then we're going to just give them a light once over with that. Kind of everywhere. Tone him down some. Give him a little interest. Alright, something like that. This looks like Krang or Kang or whatever his name was from Ninja Turtles a little bit. We could pink him up and totally capture that if we wanted to. So they have like a glowing green coming from them. And we have some touch-up work to do. So let's get in this eye here that we messed up. Let's make that eye a little bit more noticeable. Let's get back in that mouth. Okay. And I'm going to come out on the sides of the mouth a little bit. And I'm going to rub it up to the lip with the green. Like that. I'm not quite done though. I'm going to get a really small brush. I could use my Insane brush, but I don't feel like digging that out, so I'm going to use my I can't think of my fractional brush here. I'm going to drag some grooves along that and just break up that perfectly smooth mouth. And he looks a little bit less like the brain from Ninja Turtles now. Alright. Let me get my favorite color in the world here. Pavement. Let's paint these rocks. I'm going to get my black paint out. Whoops. I'm going to do that flight stand with that real quick. I got a little bit on the inside of that tentacle there, but I don't think it's super noticeable or going to ruin anything. I'm going to come around the outside and just do a black band around that, because I want to. I might not make a video tomorrow. I know I try to make them every day, but we're going to be decorating our Christmas tree, and I don't want to have to like feel rushed or anything. I have a game I play when we decorate our tree, where I'm the hander-outer of ornaments, and even my adult sons, everyone involved, must guess what color of ornament I'm holding. Now, I don't hide what color I'm holding when I pull it out of the box, because the secret is not to actually know what color I'm holding, because some of them have multiple colors and stuff, but is to make up a stupid name for a color that could be a color name, or maybe like, I don't know, rotting fuchsia, something like that. Just goofy, like a real fake name. And I just randomly decide if it's right or wrong, and then somehow at the end of the game, everyone is tied, and then whoever the youngest one or two people is wins at the, the last moment. Oh, they got double points, it's just silly shit. But I've been doing this forever, and it's always been like that. It's a tradition, and I don't know how it started, but it's probably never going to stop. Within the next few years, I might have grandkids and stuff, and they'll come over to my house, and they'll have to play my silly game. And all I can say is, that'll learn them. All right, we're going to get a light gray here. This is a medium to light gray called elephant gray. This is a good color for this kind of stuff. It looks good on top of pavement for these brush works too. I'm going to get a small brush here that I can use. It's just a plastic bristle cheapy brush. I'm going to get a little bit of gray. A little bit more than that. I'm going to hit these rocks. And I might have to hit them again because I didn't have quite enough paint. I have too much paint. There we go. It's a little bit more than I wanted, but it'll do what I want to. All right. Let's take a look at what we got here. There's the Vargouille. It's very Vargouille. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and all that happy crappy. Leave some comments, those help too. All the stuff that shows that you're interacting with the channel, which means you enjoyed the content, and then it'll push my stuff to the front of the queue for someone to see it. I don't really know if that's how it works, but I watched some guy explain it, and essentially it's all about interaction. It's not how good your videos are. It's about your fancy thumbnails and your breathtaking titles, and then you'll be a millionaire. Well, I'm not a big fancy thumbnail guy. I show you a thumbnail of what I'm making. You know what I mean? That's just, and what do I call the video? Nothing spectacular. No, I call the video what I'm making. So I'm sorry, guys. We're never going to be one of those big millionaire YouTubers. I'm not going to clickbait you and do that stuff because I just don't feel like it's worth it. And I just can't. If I were doing different kind of content, maybe we could do some clickbaity stuff occasionally. But for what I'm doing now and what I'm about to endeavor upon after we finish this monster manual, it's just not happening, dudes. I'm sorry. I understand what it is. It's a thing about being viral and about, you know, grabbing attention. I understand that. And for those of you that want to see the channel grow more than me, I understand it. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. I can't. So next after the Vargouille, we have White. Then we have Will-O-Wisp, Winterwolf, Wraith, Warg probably. No, Wyvern, Zill. Warg's not in here. Oh, okay. Yethhound, Yurthak, Yuan-Ti, Zombie, then an animal entry, and a... Is there anything after animal? I think animal might be the last one then. And then a vermin. And that's it. That's all we have left. How many monsters are in this book? I don't even know. A bunch. That many. That many monsters. Does it say? Nope. A ton of monsters. Butt monsters. So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a nice evening.